Now, Michael Hagen, good evening and welcome to the ZaaBiz Infusion event here in Sydney tonight. Thanks for coming down from Brisbane. What a good trip to have to Sydney here in New South Wales.
It's wonderful weather down here. I see you've got our rain.
We've got the rain that Brisbane was longing for, I reckon.
I think so, yeah.
What will be your speech tonight for the networking function here in the Intercontinental Hotel?
Look, I'll be talking today about my Minimovers business and about the fact that I started from scratch, from nothing, and I'll be talking about some of the different ideas and some of the different methods I use to grow and expand my business.
Yeah, fantastic. Tell us a little bit about it. How did you really start it, and what was your experience? It
sort of what we actually do kind of started by accident. The intent was that I had another business that I'd been in for 8 years, and I was working 80 hours a week and earning the same as my staff who were working 40 hours a week, and I did that for 8 years before I worked out that was pretty stupid. So I was out there looking for something that I could grow into a really big high income for myself, and I was playing around with different ideas, and I came up with the idea of a furniture courier business. Just simply moving 1 or 2 bits of furniture all around the place, and I looked around and I thought there was a big need for that because people were buying and selling furniture all the time. So I went in and did a business plan around that, a 12-week business plan, a nice big thick plan on how it was all going to work, and gave it a name, Minimovers, gave it a phone number. My marketing strategy was very simple. It was about one sentence inside the business plan, and it was to put an ad in the local paper. I put an ad in the local paper, the phone rang red hot, and everybody wanted to move a whole house load of furniture. So the story is I threw the plan in the rubbish bin where it belongs because it was full of assumptions, and I followed the money trail, and today Minimovers is out there moving whole house loads of furniture.
And I guess you're based across the whole country now, and looking after major cities such as Brisbane and others.
Growing very, very rapidly. Obviously, we've been operating in Brisbane for 23 years. We move about 1,000 houseloads a week in Brisbane. Yeah. We went into Melbourne 3 years ago. We're getting up, I think, 300 or 400 houseloads a week down there. And we've come into Sydney only 4 months ago. And so far, we're pretty happy. We're up to about 10 trucks here in Sydney, and we're quite relaxed about it.
Fantastic. Now, talking about networking tonight, because there is a crowd expected here in the Mint Bar, and they are expecting to hear a great speech from an entrepreneur like yourself, but they're also here to network. How do you do networking as a business?
Networking is absolutely essential for everybody in business. I'm not even a business-to-business business, I'm a business to the general public, but I've still got an awful lot of work and a lot of contacts and a lot of knowledge out of networking. I attend anywhere where there's a group of business people, I'll go. I am very forthright. I'll put my business cards out there. I'll make sure everybody in the room knows I'm here, and not only knows I'm here, but knows what we do and why they should use Minimovers.
Yeah. Can you tell us a story of how you used networking or your network to grow the business?
In Brisbane, we built a business with no money, and how we did that was get around all the groups and get everybody in the room to know about Minimovers, and it was a very, very cheap way to advertise, and it really helped us grow, and I've just been doing it years over and over, and everybody knows me.
So the simple story is that you really use networking because it's a cost-efficient means to grow the business.
It does a whole lot of things. It's a cost-effective way of getting your name out and what you do, but it's also a lot of contacts, a lot of services we buy. A lot of my business knowledge has come out of network groups and meeting people. I think you learn business from other business people. I don't think you learn it any other way.
Yeah. Tell us a story that tells us how difficult growth can be as an entrepreneur. Because obviously as an entrepreneur you come across very positive experiences. What was a difficult phase for you?
It's easy to sit back and they look at me and say, oh, he was lucky, he did this and did that. I've got to tell you, we didn't go in a straight line. We ricocheted off the walls on the way. We made a lot of mistakes. And we basically learned from our mistakes. Is how we grew our business.
Can you share a mistake with us?
There's just so many of them, you know, spending money on things that don't work. I don't want to talk about computer software. How do you lower the self-esteem of the average business person? Start talking to us about our computers and our computer software. We just spend so much money in that area, it's not funny. There's lots of mistakes.
Yeah. What was your biggest success?
My biggest success is Minimovers itself, I suppose. The growth is going along. Just after I started it, I had a pretty industrial relations incident that looked at the time very horrible, but in hindsight we got an awful lot of publicity out of it, and we just couldn't, the customers rolled in through the door, so you know, what looks like a negative thing is often a big positive thing.
Well, Mike, thank you very much for joining us tonight. It's a pleasure to have you with us, and I hope that the ZaaBiz night is of success to you, and that you'll find some new customers here in Sydney.
Thank you
very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.